Alrighty. How do I never know how to flip my I never figure out how to flip my camera around with this. Hold on, how's it going? Oh, how do I flip the camera? I muted myself. Dang it. Was that you in there? Here's the Beta sorority tank. Yo, what's up, John McKenzie? I'm doing live StreamYard on my phone tonight, so that way I can show you guys the tanks and how things have been coming along. How's it going, Skipper's Aquariums? Right now I'm starting in my bedroom because she's trying to go to sleep. So I'm gonna get these done for the early arrivers and then make our way out to the living room and the fish room. So I have 8 betas in here. I have a clown loach. I still believe I have 12 Pristilla tetras, 5 cherry barbs, 2 of them male, 3 female. The females are looking pretty chunky. I don't know if they're just full or if they're actually holding. They're egg scatters, so they'd probably get eaten right up. I recently pulled a bunch of guppy grass out of here. So I've heard that if you have a lot of guppy grass and moss in your tank, it's going to take away from the other plants. And that's kind of true because those ones were growing a lot and these plants have been kind of struggling. So I'm hoping that'll help. I also have an upside down catfish type of thing that I rescued. And that's about it for this tank. I'm thinking about probably getting 5 neon tetras of some sort. I know there's a bunch of different variations of those tetras, and I'm also thinking about getting 5. Oh, how do I do that? 5. Help me with it. Harlequin rasboras, because I want to do the Vinny's Aquatics is doing a competition, escaping and stalking competition for 10 gallons. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get those and then put them in here at the end of it. So there's that tank. We'll go over to the platy tank. I call it the platy tank because it's mostly platies. A lot of platies and corridors in here. Well, not a lot of corridors. I've had these 4 for a while. Well, there's 3 of them here. And if anybody can identify that Episto, that would be really cool. I had got 3 of them. Somebody told me they were blue McMasteri, but I've also heard that a lot of people have said they don't even know if that's a species. They had never heard of it. He's pretty plain, except I wish I could zoom more. He just has like blue on his head, and the rest of him's kind of plain. Do have a couple stray guppies in here. Well, I guess endlers. They're harassing that. Poor Platy. Oh, and this one beta that I rescued as well from the same person that I got. This is a male, so I couldn't put it in the sorority tank. He was with that upside down catfish. I think the girl just went crazy and bought, but well, not crazy, but I don't think she really knew. She just bought a bunch of stuff, and then yeah, it wasn't working out, so she got rid of some of it. So there's that tank. Okay. Here's the 55 in the hallway. I got this new angel, and I bought a breeding cone, hoping that they would use it, but the guy told me that she was holding eggs, although she's never laid. He said this will be her first batch, so I'm not sure if she knows what she's doing. These two kind of fight over her. I thought they were both males, but I'm honestly not sure. I have a few rainbows in here. I believe those are Congo tetras. A few female swords, because for some reason I can't seem to keep a male alive. Like every time I get like a trio, the male dies. Oh, I have a few Bolivian rams in here and bristlenose plecos. I actually got a new one I rescued the other day. It was being neglected. It's an albino. Probably won't end up seeing him. Oh, and I have a red-tailed shark I got from when I originally started fish keeping again. Oh, I wish I could find the albino. I don't think we're gonna see him. How's it going, Lori? Just showing some of the tanks in the house. Um, I don't normally do that. I didn't realize that with StreamYard I could stream with my phone, so I can actually show some of my tanks. All right, we'll go up to my other tank. So now we're in the living room. Oh, I gotta move a couple things. This is just a small 10-gallon. I set it up in the living room here. I have 5 sparkling gouramis in here and a Siamese algae eater that I think I'm gonna rehome. I'm probably gonna put these sparkling gouramis into oh, where was I gonna put these? Oh, I might put these in the beta sorority tank. I don't know if anybody has knows something that I don't. Why that might be a bad idea, let me know. But they're pretty skittish, so I think they'll just stay in the big pot in there, and they'll probably be fine. But I think I'm gonna get the Siamese algae eater to a different home. I don't really particularly care for it. I can't remember how I even got it. Um, I think I might have came in a tank I picked up. I honestly can't remember. She would probably know, but she's not feeling well. My son made me that little Lego thing. He got this Lego kit that was some underwater thing, so he wanted me to put that in here. But I'm thinking of using this to do this tank, cleaning it out this week, and using it to make escape for the escape and stock competition that Vinny's doing. That'd be my first time entering a competition, and I don't know, it'd be fun, I believe. I kind of want to try aquascaping. It's gonna be a challenge though, because it's a $50 limit. Obviously, the tank, heater, lights, and all that doesn't cost, doesn't isn't part of it. But hey, Maple Street, took your advice. Use StreamYard so I can show my tanks. We're gonna go over to the last tank in the house, and then we'll go to the fish room. Okay, so here's the salt tank. I rescaped it about a week ago, and I put in some red slime because it was out of control with cyanobacteria. We got a couple new corals this week down this way. That is new. I forget what it's called. And that is new. I'm terrible with the names. And then that fish back there was also new. That's the same species that got eaten by the starfish. He's kind of all skittish and hiding. Right there. It's some sort of damsel. Then I got a new shrimp as well, but I don't think we're going to see him. He's on the back somewhere. All right, let's go to the fish room. Well, all right. Let me know if it starts to get choppier. I lose the video. So here's the Apistos I got. I showed you guys this tank. I believe I showed this tank in my fish room tour. It's now set up and has Apistogramma congentories triple reds in there. They're still young. Not much of a theme here on the scape. I just kind of put a bunch of plants in there. There's 2 males for sure. Possibly a third. I'm pretty sure that one's a male. That one's definitely a male back there. But yeah, as far as scaping, I just kind of throw plants in there and put some hiding holes for these guys. Anthony's Fishy Friends. How is it going, man? Welcome to the stream. You have 3 types? I have that one in the bedroom. I don't know if you were here yet. I'm not sure what it was. Somebody told me it was a blue McMaster, but I honestly had never heard of it, and a lot of other people hadn't either. And the same pet store, I was reading what kind of pike he had one time. He's like, oh no, I don't think that's it. I just wrote that there because I wasn't sure. So who knows if he was even sure when he named the Apisto. So here are I have 2 male and 3 female adult peacock gudgeons. I have a male and a female. Why do I always forget the name of them? It's not I have the blue one inside. These are the something blue rams. I always forget. I'm sure you guys know. Why can't I remember? Somebody please. I can't remember the name of this ram. I know it's a blue ram. I don't think it's the electric blue ram though. It's the German blue ram. That's it. German blue ram. And then there's the gudgeons. I'm trying to get them to lay in here. They're very nice and colored. Oh, there's the other ram. I wish I could zoom, but it won't let me. Hey, Muppet. So glad you could make it. I did StreamYard so I can show some of the tanks tonight. This guy, he does have eggs in there. So, oh, they're ripping up some of my plants. I gotta replant them. Here's the babies. I've had them breed about, I don't know, 4 times, I believe. Hope tonight's topic goes well. Oh, that's fine, Muppet. No worries. So these are gudgeons that are growing out right now. And for some reason, the water seems to get murky in about 2 days. Not murky, but it starts to get cloudy. I got to do water changes tomorrow. Honestly, I don't know why the water is getting like that. It's the only tank it's doing it in, but there are quite a few fish in here, so maybe I'll have to do daily water changes on this tank. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to add a few plants. There were more plants in here, but I ended up selling some plants today because I was getting overrun. And once I put the post up, I had guppy grass. I put the post up and I just got flooded with people wanting it. So I made some decent money on it there. I kept some to keep growing. And there's so, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can't get in here and stir it up a little bit. Oh, I always do that. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, it is a high load. I just put cherry shrimp in there too, so I really gotta watch it. So this tank has all my shrimp in it, and there's a lot of clears in there now. So I had to um them and like a guppy tank, and I put the adult reds in that dungeoning. That's the only tank I have on back right now, and I really wanted it to help make the red pop. So yes, I think I need to put more plants in there. I was gonna do that before the stream, but I was getting the kids ready for bed and all that. Probably after the stream, I'm gonna put some more plants in there. I'll probably reroot some of these, the guppy grass in there. Um, I also will probably put a little bit of duckweed in there because I know that takes nitrates really fast. What else? I can put a little bit of moss in there, Java moss. But this tank right here, I was trying to show you guys. Hold on. 1 second. Actually, I have a tripod I could set up. Give me just a second, guys. I guess I wasn't quite prepared. Just a sec. Hopefully that does not fall in. You guys get a nice aerial view. Or a nice laugh if it ends up falling. Just looking for my tripod real quick. Just saw it. Oh, it's in the house. What is your deal, cat? Oh my god. Well, the tripod's gonna be useless. Apparently, the cat knocked it off the counter today and broke it. That's where I remembered seeing it on the floor. Well, luckily it was only like 15 bucks. Raven Thomas, how's it going? I think backgrounds. Do you think like just a black background or what? Because honestly, I kind of like being able to look at them from the back, but I painted some other tanks black and I really liked it. I just fed some shrimp pellets from some extreme shrimpy. You wait, we'll come back to this tank. I don't know if any of you guys have shrimp and snails and feed this stuff, but actually, honestly, I don't think the cats knocked it off. I said that not thinking. Is what happened is we had pizza last night. I took the leftovers for lunch in the smaller of the two boxes that have the breadsticks. And the dog thought there might be a piece of pizza left. So she, I believe, got up on the counter and knocked the pizza box down, taking the other thing with it. Can you stop? So it was probably bad dog, would be more accurate. So this is a hospital tank right now. This Bristol has really bad bloat. It's been like this for about a week, maybe a little. Actually, I put him in this tank Saturday morning and started treating with bacterial infection. Oh, the lighting's terrible. Bacterial infection remedy. I treated for that. I did 2 doses of that. It was not getting any better. And then a friend of mine that keeps way more fish ended up giving me some Seachem Polyguard. I'm trying that. I don't think he's getting any better. I don't think he's getting any smaller. Like, I think he's still puffed up, but I'm not really sure. Vinny actually told me something else to try. So I might give this a couple more days. And if this doesn't work, I'll swap to that. But unfortunately, he's not eating. He's not going to the bathroom. I think it's a female actually. She's just maintaining. Hopefully she can pull through this. Any color you like, just having a background makes your plants pop more against the background. But if you like looking at them from both sides better, leave them be. Okay, well, I guess I could just not put rocks. Like this one right here, I like to go around and see like the shrimp on the filter back there. I have that rock kind of hiding the filter. But I mean, I guess I could just not put stuff on the corners like that, or maybe I could just not be so nosy. So this tank is my my goldfish tank. I gotta take this out. This had a bunch of snail eggs on it, so I thought I'd leave it in there so they could eat the snails. But I didn't realize there was algae growing in here because I just got a light on it about a week ago. I have a 40 breeder they're gonna have to move to once they get a little bit bigger. This cat. Oh, I just made a mess all over my leg. So the algae started growing in here. I've had some duckweed in there. It appears they ate it all, and they've only got a couple plants. But I definitely have to scrape this tank. I actually just put all these snails in here from cleaning out a different tank. I was kind of hoping that they would do some work on this, but they don't seem to be making much progress. You guys can see the algae on the bottom 2/3 of the tank. That also might need some more filtration. Is what I should do is I should set this one up for them and put that in a smaller tank. Here's some guppies. Somebody that was a cold left. And that's the albino steel nebula. Where'd it go? Right there. No. Right there. I'm hoping they will end up breeding. The rest of these, I guess, are black metal lace. They're juveniles. Maybe some blue dragons mixed in. The female blue dragon died the other day after giving birth. There's a bunch of little tiny babies kicking around in here, unless they've gotten eaten. And I sold my old tanks the other day, and a delivery for me delivering it. She ended up giving me 3 super red bushy nose plecos. She figured out of 3 of them, I should be able to get a pair, or that was the hopes. You see one back there. There's a tail of one under the filter. Ooh, that one's really pretty. This guppy has quite a bit of color in her body. This thing doesn't zoom very well. Or it doesn't. What's the word? Focus. It doesn't focus very well. Here's the guppy tank. This thing grows guppy grass and moss like crazy. I'm going to be selling some this weekend. My cousin school, she does like a Vogue school, and she's doing one for horticulture. And she's actually going to be coming over this weekend. to get some plants and some guppies and platies for a school project that they're doing. Or she's gonna be getting pricing it out. Her teacher's gonna buy them. So some of these will be going away. But they go crazy for this. So all the fish really like the Extreme Nano. I switch between Extreme Nano, Extreme Krill Flakes, and Baby Brine. So I'm gonna feed a little bit right now. I try to feed these guys 3 to 4 times a day so they grow out quicker. I kind of just keep them with the parents and everything for now. I was separating them, but it was a pain. Thank you, Maple. So they actually stop swarming the front of the tank when they get fed. And my last tank that I currently have set up, I hope I don't lose you guys. I did move the Wi-Fi a little bit. I didn't get the right cord that would go for long, but hopefully it'll hang in there. My Oscars. Her Oscars, actually. And this cichlid that got stuck in the canister filter I had to have on my cichlid tank. Got this big guy. I guess he's just a Gibicep sailfin Quecco. Had kind of given to me. I really like the pattern. You can't really lost it. Lost service over there. So 1 second. What the heck? Holy moly. But yeah, those are the tanks up to date right now. Yeah, albino Oscars are pretty cool. The albino Oscar is a little smaller than the other. They have a really pretty, like the albino one has like black on the outer fin layer, and the black one has like a white band around the back and of his fins. So it's pretty cool. I had an Oscar one time, but it got beaten up by cichlids. I was pretty much warned that it would be an issue, but I got tiny cichlids compared to the Oscar, and I thought that it was gonna. I figured since they're so small, it would be okay, but no, it was not okay. So I put him in a hospital tank, and I gave him medication, brought him back to full, and ended up giving him to a better home. This cat is so needy. Oh, I let the dog in. Come on, honey. So, yeah. I sold a bunch. Actually, I put some guppy grass up for sale on Facebook, and I was surprised. Actually, only 2 people bought from me, but I was basically selling. It wasn't this exact cup, but I would just fill this up loosely for $5, like about 3/4 full, and I put it as a book. So one guy wanted 4, and the other lady wanted 2. So I made a quick $30 on that, and I sold some Java moss to another person for 5. So that was pretty cool. I actually looked into setting up a Get Gills this week, but apparently Get Gills is pretty legit. Like, you have to have One second. You have to have a business number, ID number, and everything. So that's gonna have to wait. The temp in most of my tanks varies. In my gudgeon and ram tank, it sits around 80 usually. Yeah, it's right at 80. But the other tanks, like my, I honestly don't even know what the temperature in this room is because I don't have a thermometer, but it's like mid 60s in here. I have mostly these preset 76 to 78 degree um the heaters. So they sit around 76 to 78. The only one that's warmer is the guppy tank. For some reason, well, actually, it's about probably 80 right now. It the same as yeah, the other tank says 80, so about 80, 76 to 80. Except my goldfish tank. That one is like cold to the touch, but apparently goldfish like that. Inside, I keep the beta tank around 80. I keep the platy tank around 80. The angel tank, I was keeping it around 80, but now, hey Foxies, how's it going? Glad you can make it. The angel tank now sits around 78 because I got a one of those auto set heaters. I was gonna get a different heater, but they didn't have any good brands at the local pet store I went to. Or not that I tried, and the lady had no information on them. She had never tried them, so I didn't want to just go in blindly by trying like a new heater. It looked pretty cheap to me. But yeah. So, anyways, I've been selling some stuff online. I sold those tanks, and that was really cool. So there's this lady on Facebook and the main page that I'm on. The name is Melvin T. Rue, and it's a picture of a rooster. So, hey, Rob's Aquarium Room, thanks for stopping by. So it's Melvin T. Rue, and it's the picture of a rooster. Always talks in caps locks, which at first annoyed me, but a lot of people online get really irritated with caps locks, so they're always asking to turn the caps locks off, da 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 da. And Melvin just ignores. I never see any reply back explaining anything. Well, Melvin was the original owner of the tanks I had. I guess those tanks were donated to a local fish store that was set up one town away from me. Hey, Lumpy Dog, welcome. How's it going? I'm glad you could make it. Well, anyway, so I had those tanks. I don't know if you guys remember them. The blue ones, they were Melvin went and got these tanks from Walmart when Walmart went out of selling fish. Took them down after 10 o'clock at night, was able to go in, take them down, had 9 of them, 3 stands. So Melvin donated these, well, not donated. There's a word for it, consignment or something like that. So the person was allowed to use them, and Melvin was supposed to bring the fish there for sale, and they were supposed to split everything 50-50. Well, the person wasn't making their payments on the property that they were renting for the fish store. Oh, thank you, Foxy's Fishes. I really appreciate that. So the person wasn't making the payments on the business, wasn't doing anything, ended up getting the business got shut down. The place they were renting from shut them down. They weren't paying taxes. The business just got shut down completely. And the guy just sold the tanks that didn't even belong to him. So I ended up buying them off somebody else that bought them off somebody else that got them from that guy. Long story short. So I was trying to sell them, and Melvin T. Rue messaged me and asked about them, told me what happened, showed pictures of the other tanks, the identical tanks. So I ended up bringing them. I had $400 into it, cash and trade value. I was asking 200, and I felt bad getting the 200, but Yeah, it was just a tough situation. But anyways, I went over there. Melvin T. Rue is the rooster, a dwarf rooster. It's a lady that's in her 70s. She'll be 73 at the end of the month. And she was just awesome. Like, I don't know, it was the coolest experience. We nerded out for like 2 hours. She had 23 tanks set up, tons of rare plecos. She breeds Bristol those plecos, longfin albinos, longfin check, longfin super reds. Just had such a cool place. She had two parrots that talked. She had 25 chihuahuas. She did show dogs, and it was just awesome. Like, oh, so the caps lock is because she can't see very well. So now, whenever she's in the chat and somebody says anything about it, I kind of like stick up for her. And it was cool though while we were there. Oh, she also grows oranges and stuff and has a 5,000 gallon outdoor pond. Like, I was like, I love this place. I was like, I wish you were my grandmother. So now she's my adopted grandmother. She messages me every day. She's the sweetest lady. And yeah, it's just cool the people you meet dealing fish. You know what I mean? Not dealing fish, not like selling fish, but just in the fish fam, the fish community. You just come across all these awesome people. Greg the Guppy guy, how's it going? I don't know if I've seen you here before. Probably have. Oh my gosh. These animals. Is she on YouTube? No, she's not on YouTube. She's 2 hours away from me. I want to go down and do a live stream of her thing. I asked her if she was on YouTube. She's not. She only has a desktop and she doesn't have a smartphone or anything. So I could probably go down and do a live stream of her fish room. It'd be really cool. RT. Oh, Raven Thomas. Okay. So that's what I want to do. I want to do a video of her, a live stream of her thing, or at least a video, because she has a lot of cool plecos. She has all kinds of different plecos, but there's also another guy local. He's actually on Get Gills. It's mainly fish, and he's like 15 minutes away, and he has a really cool fish room. That's who I got my blue rams from and my gudgeons. He does Neil Lampris, whatever, the shell dweller there. He does guppies. He's the one I rehomed those pea puffers I had that weren't doing well when I got them. I rehomed them with him. He had all females, and he actually got two males out of that. So he's going to be breeding with the pea puffers I gave him. Uh, what else does he have? He just has a lot of stuff. Like, so there are people around. They're all older, and I'm hoping that they'll let me video their room because I think that would be really cool. And he has a Get Gills, and I refer people to there on my local page all the time. So maybe it would help bring in business. Honestly, is what I'm thinking. Would be a reason he might do it. But so last weekend we went to the local fish store, like not the local fish store, like right in town, like the actual really good one. And it's weird, like I still like freshwater stuff. I just don't have any room for freshwater things right now. I'm really until I get a tank switched around and I get this one back to health, I don't really have room for any freshwater species right now. But I did have room for salt. So I bought those couple salt, those fish, and I bought a couple corals. I bought a test kit for my saltwater tank. And what else did we buy? Test kit. What else did I buy? Oh, and I forget what it's called. I had the cheap one that you put the salt water in and the needle goes up, but I got the actual one you look through now and it gives you a really defined reading of the salt. So I spent, honey, stop. So I spent $200 last weekend on the salt tank. So we have a baby on the way and everything's gonna be tight. So the money I have left over from those tanks and the money that I just sold the plants with today, that's the rest of the money that's what I have right now towards fish stuff. So I've made it like a deal with myself that I'm not gonna just spend money out of my paycheck. If I want something, I have to sell something. I have fish breeding. I have plants. So that's what I'm working on now, is kind of my fish hustle. Because I'm really bad. I'll go into the fish store. I'll have like my bills are always paid and whatever I can move some money around from accounts, but I'll go into the fish store and when I should be putting extra money on a credit card or something to help pay it off. Well, I only have like one credit card, but anyways, mainly fish on Get Goes. Wow, thank you. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's awesome. You're the best, Foxies. So I'll go on there. I'll go in there knowing that I don't really have any money that week that I should be spending, and I'll end up dropping like $100, no problem. Like one weekend, it was a weekend before Christmas, I spent $130 on a light. Like I don't know, I'm just bad. So from now on, I have like this my fish cash, and that's that's what I've got to work with. So that'll be interesting, especially with the baby coming this summer. We're getting married in April. We have a baby coming in August. I really have to get disciplined with that because I'm not going to have extra money. I'm going to have to be paying health insurance on the whole family and diapers, all that. So wish me luck on that. That'll be exciting. Oh, so let's go back down here real quick. Let me switch my camera. It's such a pain switching the camera around on here, but what's this other one? Oh, yeah, that's good. So I don't know if you guys can really see. There are so many clear babies. Thank you, Foxies. We actually just got last week. We had our first ultrasound. It was only 8 weeks, but got to hear the heartbeat and all that. We think it's a girl because the heartbeat was high, which they said is a sign of a girl, usually like the old wives' tales. And she's been really sick every day since before she found out she was pregnant. So anyways, there's all these clears in here. There's a lot of blues too, but unfortunately, you see they're tiny. So I can't really, you can't, oh, there you go. See, like there's a ton of blues back there. They're so small and reds. It's hard to pick them out. So I'm gonna let them grow up. But if you see, I put some of the bigger gudgeons as I can catch them. Well, you can't see because it moved. There's like five in here right now, but I put a few of the gudgeons in here because I figured maybe eating the babies they could help me get rid of some of these clear ones that I don't think anybody's gonna want. And I think it might help them grow up quicker. Hopefully, I don't know. But I am going to be selling these peacock gudgeons, so I don't know if anybody here is interested in them. Somebody told me it's actually easier to ship them when they're young like this. So if you look, they're only about a half inch. This thing's terrible. Do you think hey Maple, do you think having the background would help my camera actually focus on the fish and stuff too? But I'm gonna be selling some of these here. Some of the local pet stores are interested in them too. So if anybody wants to come up and chat, hang out, I posted the link earlier. I can post it again right now. Somehow. I'm still kind of learning all this. Does anybody know how to post a link? Broadcast info. Um, I don't think it's that. Guest. Invite a guest. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, that'd be cool. She's not feeling well right now, so yeah, when we get her here, it's awesome, but I don't know. It's far and few between lately, which I can understand. I don't know what it's like to carry a baby, so I can't really be upset about it. But she will be back. They say this just lasts the first trimester, so hopefully a couple 3 weeks she'll be feeling better. I guess it's the body getting used to carrying a baby. This room is a mess. I still gotta clean it, but she thinks there's something out there. Oh boy. So, I better put the fruit cover back on. First kid, no. First kid for her, yes. I have a son that is 7.5 and a daughter that just turned 9. They have the same mother. I've actually been raising her since she was 4 months. When I met my son's mom, she had a little girl, dad not in the picture at all. So took on that responsibility, and I still get her every weekend when I get my son. Except last weekend, we were all quarantined because they were also exposed to somebody at school that had it. They went on Monday. They ended up getting sent home Monday because we found out my mom tested positive. We had been visiting her, but we all got negative tests, so that's good. We dodged the bullet. Get tired. I gotta put my sweatshirt back on. It's cold out here. So the plan, I have so many plans for this house because I'm gonna be living here for a while. But I think the first thing I have to do, although this year is gonna be hard because we are getting married, which isn't a big wedding, but dress, rings, and all that. I think we're just doing a little wedding at her grandparents, but probably just buy some pizzas and whatnot because we don't want to go broke for a wedding. Her parents already got us a honeymoon, rented us a cabin up in northern Maine for a couple days. So yeah, it's just gonna be low key. We're not really fancy. My aunt, and my grandmother want a churchy, fancy wedding, but it's not their wedding, so they had theirs. But yeah, with the child and all that, it's going to be probably strapped this summer, but I'm hoping that I can get that sliding door replaced. She wants a double door in there. Honey, what do you want? Do you got to go out? You're going to go out and bargain something, probably. So I need to get this sliding door replaced. It's old. The humidity in here, when it's really cold nights, ends up freezing the door shut. You can see right here, I can pretty much put my fingers through there. Like, there's a gap. The air doesn't just breeze in, but it's not good. And then down here, this is the door to the garage. This whole wall is right on the garage, which is not heated. My garage door has a gap about that big at the top. It's on sliders. It's like an automatic opening door. For some reason, one side has a huge gap, so I'm not super worried about that because it's only at the top when it's closed. But the wind can blow right in that gap, and that's on this side of the house. The gap's on this side of the house, so it pretty well blows right in on that wall. So I think this summer I'd like the very around the door isn't insulated or sheetrocked or boarded or anything. And the rest of the garage has boards up, but I don't believe it has any insulation. So I'd like to get that and I'd like to take those boards down, take the workbench out temporarily, take the boards down, insulate that wall, maybe spray some insulation above this room because I can get up there and put insulation upstairs. Well, it's not really an upstairs, it's just an open space. And maybe board the end up above out in the garage there so the wind doesn't blow through there. So that would help insulate this room a little bit better. Because this is my source of heat, force hot air. So this room only gets heat when the temperature inside is low enough for the furnace to kick on. And then it cools off in here way quicker than it cools down inside. So yeah. Eventually I'd like to get baseboard heat in the house, two different zone valves for upstairs and downstairs, and then out here maybe get a heat pump on the wall or something like that. But I definitely want a heat source out here on its own because I'd like to put a wall up for about right here to over there, right just past the door, same distance, you know. So she has her little entry space. We put a coat rack and shoes and stuff, and then I'll have a door into here, and I can keep the fish room heated, so I don't have to have a heater in every tank. Because these heaters running out here, as much as they are, our electric bill went from about 130 to 260 to $80 a month. Now, yes, part of that is running the furnace. It's an old house, so it's not the whole house needs to be better insulated, but the tanks are a big part of that. And yeah. Oh, holy moly. The Oscars were just doing like a little dance, like my sparkling garamis did when they bred. Like it was, oh my gosh. I always was saying the bigger one was a male and the little one was a female just because, you know, males are usually bigger and stronger. But I mean, there's a lot of women in here, so don't kill me for that. But it was just, you know, in my brain, I had a male and a female. But that just like they're doing it again. Hold on. If you insulate the ceiling, you will need to keep the vent in attic. What do you mean the vent in the attic? Oh, so don't close it up above the garage. Like don't close that. It's like there's some boards above the garage, like right here and right here, but like there's a crawl space to get in there. Is that what you're saying? But this isn't. So just this right above me, this is directly covered by like roof and shingle above that. But in my house, I have an upstairs. Come on, honey. In the house, I have an attic, like a first floor, second floor, and then an attic. Which also the home inspector told me I could put some insulation up there to help. So, oh, but anyways, oh my gosh, I gotta show you guys this. I'm trying. I wish I could zoom. Like I really wish I could zoom. These Oscars are like dancing with each other. I'm gonna have to like sneak up on them. They're gonna get all excited when I get over there. They're not gonna do it now. Now they just think I want to feed them. They can't know I'm watching. Does anybody else's cats constantly drink from their fish tanks? They're not going to do it now. They were definitely doing some breeding type of stuff. Like, here we go. Ow. Boxies, you're funny. Yeah. Well, they were doing the thing where they like dance like that. I don't know if you've ever seen Gouramis breed, Franklin Gouramis, but that's what they were doing. But yeah, John, her her stepdad is he owns a carpentry business, so he'll be able to help me and make sure I'm not screwing myself over on all that type of stuff. I really wish I could zoom with this. Does anybody know what kind of plants some of these are? I know, obviously, duckweed. I believe that one was some. I think it's a swasser thing. I don't really know. I might be completely wrong. I think this one in front of me is moneywort. That one was growing right up out of the water, but I clipped it and replanted it into another tank. I always lose the slips, but I want to know what that purple one is or pink. I'm really colorblind. Honey, can you stop? Does anybody know what any of these plants are? This one got ripped up, but I really like that plant. It grows really well for me. Trying to think if there was anything else I was going to go over tonight. Why won't it let me? Oh, there we go. I don't know what I was going to go over. This cat. Then money would. First plant was wisteria. Oh, that's what it was water wisteria. And then money wart. So wait, was the money wart the one that I pointed to that I said was like the one that that snail just jumped off? Is that one the money wart or is that one? I don't remember what I showed next. I don't. Isn't that one? It's saying they said that was water wisteria, but I don't believe it is. Wait, what the heck? Guess I could just look them all up. Oh, I just sat on the cat. Whoops. Well, I think I'm gonna keep it to an hour tonight. So I'm kind of running out of stuff. Is the smaller? Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh wait, like the small bushy one, grown under weaker lighting. Yeah, I need to. So I'm trying to go. Right now, I have these old shop lights, but if you see up there, those are the LED shop lights, and the one that's down in the goldfish tank, much brighter. That's what I'm switching to. I thought they were 20 bucks a piece, but they're actually 15. Uh, um, so I need four more. So it's like 60 bucks so I can get them swapped out. I really, I really do want to do a high tank eventually, though. Like I want to try to get an oxygen, not oxygen. I would like to try to get CO2, and I'm thinking if I got a 10 gallon with that Fluval. I don't know if you ever go to a PetSmart, but they have this like square clip-on. Ow! Don't dig me. They have this square clip-on light. I want to try that, or just a small the smaller 3.0 that they have. And I really want to try like to really just get some plants popping and on like really try a good aquascape because I watch everybody else's streams and they look way cooler than mine. But I just kind of throw stuff in most of mine. Oh, come on. My bad, guys. This cat's just a savage. I got 4-foot shop light LEDs from Harbor Freight for $20. 5,000 lumens. Oh my gosh. I just threw the box out like literally this week. I don't know which ones these are. They're from Ocean State Job Lot. I don't know. Or Ocean State. No, not Job Lot. Ocean State. I can't even remember what it's called. I'm gonna look real quick. Oh no, that's what it's like Ocean. I think it's just called Ocean State. I don't know. But anyway, I think they're 4,000 lumens, maybe. I don't know. Oh my gosh. The cat just keeps nudging my hand. So does it grow your plants pretty good? Like everybody just the Fluval 3.0 just sounds amazing, but when I see the price tag, it's not that amazing. Oh, you got the name right? These are delayed. I'm not sure which one. Ocean State Job Lot? No, no, Ocean State. I don't know what you're talking about. I got the name right. Oh, bother. I'm tired. It's so delayed that I don't even, I'm not sure. All right, yeah. So that, yeah, because I know that the one up there, like the guppy grass and stuff, Ocean State Job Lot is right. Oh, sweet. Where are you from? They have those there too? See, I'm never sure if they have this stuff everywhere or what. Well, I knew there used to be a store called Job Lot. So now, like, I was just really confused. It was like an orange sign and stuff back in the day. Um, but yeah, I definitely need to get those. Maybe I should do that this weekend and swap all these out. The only thing that's gonna suck is when I get that light. Just hit one in PA. Oh, just got one. All right. The only thing that's gonna suck is when I swap these lights out. If you can see right here, I could see right there. I already put this one down here, but that there's a screw into this board, a nail, I mean, and it hangs onto that. But I needed to add this to get these tanks because I built the stand for a different tank. Well, there's a nail in there already with a light on it, but I'm gonna have to when I do a water change, I have to move this tank sideways, take that board out, take that light down, hang the next one. It's just gonna be like a chore to get that one done, but I'll be all right. I'm good for it. Especially if I'm doing water changes on like every day. But I think I'm gonna put some plants in that one right after I get off here, so because I don't want anything dying. And like I said, there's a high load in that tank. But yeah, I'm over an hour and I'm tired. So I think I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate everybody that stopped by, everybody that left a comment and like. So see you next week. I did miss a video this week. I didn't end up getting well, I got that short video out about the starfish, but I gotta try to keep getting videos out. I'm gonna try to do a bunch of short ones each week and maybe a decent sized one, but yeah. Sorry I missed a long video this week, but I was here for the live stream and I'll be here next week. Have a good night.